Welcome back and welcome to Vlogmas Day 4. By now you are probably thinking about possibly reading some festive books or buying some festive books as gifts for people. It is that time of year. We are well into December now. So I decided to make some festive reading recommendations. I have made a couple of these videos before, and I've also done quite a few blog posts with these festive reading recommendations in the form of top 10 Tuesdays and Christmas wish lists and things like that. So I will leave my blog, it's always linked in the description box, but I'll try and leave links to those specific posts for you, and if I can find links to those older videos I will leave them up here as well. So I have some adult books, some young adult books, and some more middle grade books to talk about, and I've got some books that are standalones and some books that are part of series. So I've tried to cover a lot of bases and give you quite a broad recommendation. Most of these books are available in both the UK and the US. A couple of them I know are slightly harder to come by over here in the US than they are in the UK, but these are my recommendations, so these are some of my favorites. Now, I know for sure I have definitely talked about this one, and this isn't technically a Christmas read, but the book cover is super Christmassy and it's winter in New York, so what more do you want? This is Fairy Tale of New York by Miranda Dickinson, one of my all-time favorite books. I love rereading it at this time of year. I love the follow-up novel to this one, but this one will always have a special place in my heart. Miranda has a couple of books that she's written that are festive or wintry, and so they really are great for reading at this time of year, but I highly recommend this one if you have not already read it. Make sure you read it with a cup of coffee though, because the amount of coffee that is mentioned in this one, you're going to be running to your cafetiere or your coffee machine every 2 seconds if you don't already have a cup of coffee to begin with. Then I have a little short story collection, and this one links to several different novels. So this one is One Perfect Christmas and Other Stories by Paige Toon. I did consider putting this on my December TBR this year, but I'm planning on doing a bit of a Paige Toon read through, because there are some books that I've missed that I haven't read by her, and these Christmas stories kind of slot in along with them, so you can read it as a collection of several 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Christmas stories, or you can read it alongside the Paige Toon novels, and so I think this one would be great for reading around Christmas time, because it's just so busy around Christmas time, and so having time to pick up a short story in an afternoon you've got to spare, or before you go to bed, or whilst you're waiting to pick up someone at the airport, could be really handy. And let's face it, this book is beautiful. Look at that foil shimmer. Then I have a general author recommendation for Christmas books, and that is Heidi Swain. This is her most recent Christmas book, The Christmas Wish List. I absolutely loved it, and it made me feel so in the Christmas spirit. I have a whole review of this one on my blog, so I'll try and leave a link to that in the description box. So this is her most recent one, and I defy anyone to read this and not feel festive. And again, we've got gold foil, we've got red foil, we've got snow. It's just beautiful. Then also absolutely loved Mince Pies and Mistletoe at the Christmas Market by Heidi Swain. Again, gold and red foil on there and a bit of snow. And then we have Snowflakes and Cinnamon Swirls at the Winter Wonderland, which has silver foil and gold foil on. This one is one of my favorites. I think I like the fact that this is purple. You don't get a lot of purple Christmas books. And then we've got Sleigh Rides and Silver Bells. And then these do slot into a series of connected novels set around the market town of Winbridge and Winthorpe Hall, but you can read these as standalones, or you can just read the festive ones. You don't have to necessarily read the other ones in between. I started off with the festive ones and then kind of caught up on the ones in between. So Heidi Swain is an excellent author if you are looking for something cozy and Christmassy to read. Then I have a couple of books that are part of series that make excellent Christmas reads, and just in case you'd started reading the series and hadn't got this far in the series, I really recommend both of these. These are two of my favourite authors. You'll have seen me talk about them a lot here on this channel, and I go into greater depth about one of these in yesterday's or day before's video. So first of all, we have I Heart Christmas by Lindsay Kelk. This is Angela and Jenny from the I Heart series, being all festive and fabulous, and it's wonderful and it sparkles. So really recommend this one. If you've started the I Heart series but haven't got this far, make sure you pick this one up. If you've read it before, this makes an excellent reread at this time of year. Or if you want to read this as a standalone, it reads fine as a standalone as well, if you are not intending on reading the rest of the series. If you are someday intending on going back and reading the whole of the I Heart series, this will contain spoilers for you. But if you're not intending on reading the rest of the series, pick this one up at Christmas and have a few Christmas laughs. It's definitely good for some Christmas laughs. And then, of course, we have the beauty that is Christmas Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. This is the most festive looking book you have ever seen. It is beautiful. There is candy cane sprayed edges, there is glitter red, there is silver foil, and there is, of course, Becky and her box of Christmas trees, her Christmas tree of boxes. That's it. I talk in more detail about this one in my previous video, so I will leave that linked up here and you can go and watch for some more details on this one. But again, if you're planning on reading this out of the series but going back and reading the series at some point, this will have spoilers for you. It can be read as a standalone though, and if you haven't reached this point in the series, really recommend picking this one up. Then I have some non-adult reads for you. I have the Christmas Saurus musical edition. This one was originally a middle grade novel, then they turned it into a stage musical, then they recorded the songs and put them on CD, and it comes with the book. And again, it's possibly runner-up for most Christmassy looking books. So it comes with the CD. It has the most gorgeous end pages. It has an amazingly diverse cast of characters as well. So if you're looking for something that is a little bit more diverse, features just a whole range of characters, and you read through the book, which has the most beautiful illustration, and then when you come to this little symbol here, you just press play on your CD, and that particular track goes with what's happening in the book. But yeah, because this has some stunning illustrations, some of them even whole page illustrations, it's a quick read if you are an adult, or it would make an excellent few chapters before bed. If you have somebody in your life that you could read it to, also would make an excellent gift. Definitely the musical edition though. Even though the other editions are beautiful to look at, musical edition is where it's at. Then another gift option for you. I have read and featured this book here on this channel, and this is a Guinea Pig. I went with a Guinea Pig Oliver twist to show you. I think I meant to pick up a Guinea Pig Christmas Carol, but these Guinea Pig books make excellent gifts. There is a Guinea Pig Nutcracker, a Guinea Pig Nativity, a Guinea Pig Christmas Carol, a Guinea Pig Pride and Prejudice, and a Guinea Pig Oliver Twist. But I mean, you know, Oliver Twist just have some Christmassy parts in it, and it's the kind of thing you watch at Christmas time. So these make excellent gifts, and I have whole videos reading them here on my channel with a guinea pig, so I will link those up here. I think I had a couple for last year's Vlogmas, so that was cool. Then a picture book to talk about. This one is a picture book adaptation of Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, which was very kindly sent to me by Quirk Books, and I just think that the illustrations in this one are so festive and so glorious. And again, it is Christmas in New York. Like, what could be better? So many festive films feature Christmas in New York, so why would you not want it in your festive reading too? So again, could be a good gift, or could be a good book to read at Christmas time. I should probably put this one on my December TBR. That would be a good idea. Then a couple of young adult novels, one which is overtly a Christmas novel and one which is just festive feeling. The first one of these is Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle, and this one of course has just been turned into a movie on Netflix. I have a whole book versus movie video talking about this one, so I'll leave that linked up here, and that will give you some more information about this one. But because this is 3 shorter stories, again, it makes for excellent reading at Christmas time. The first time I read this book, I read it over kind of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. One story, didn't have a whole lot of time to read anything else, but I managed to fit in these 3 short stories separately. So it is good to read at this time of year, and also would make an excellent gift, especially considering the fact that the film is on Netflix. And then we have Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, which has a very kind of festive cover. This one is set in Strand Bookstore in New York, and I bought it from Strand Bookstore in New York because I was just being super extra that day. And this one again features times other than Christmas, but has a kind of Christmassy lean to it and feels very festive. And I first read this one right after Christmas, I think like New Year's Day or 2nd of January or something. And so for me, it's always a Christmassy feeling one. And there is a follow-up to this one too, so you can read them back to back. You could give them both as gifts. It's just good, and it's going on the festive list. So I hope you've got some ideas and some suggestions for either something to pick up to enjoy at this time of year or something to give to somebody else. If I have missed anything, it's probably in one of those blog posts or previous videos that I talked about, so those will be linked below. Or if there's anything you want to recommend, leave me a comment and let me know. If you have anything else that you would really like to see me do during this Vlogmas, during the 2019 December video every day frenzy, then again, let me know in the comments. I am happy to make videos on demand. I will be back with another Vlogmas video for you tomorrow. If you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed so that video lands in your subscription feed, and I will see you tomorrow.